Fire away.
All right. Back into Big Ten play.
Yeah.
And you're taking on one of the big horses in the conference, Penn State. They seem to have figured it out so far this season. What do you expect out of them? How much different of an opponent will they be from what you faced already? Or is this kind of fit in the BC, North Dakota, UMD molds?
Wisconsin. Well, I mean, they're an offensive juggernaut. They got off to a great start. When you do that, your kids get confidence in a hurry. And they've got confidence, real confidence from an offensive standpoint, and we can't let it be a track meet.
You talk about how your team continues to grow. You saw it again on Saturday that they continue to learn, right? They got to take some lessons along the way, but do they now see a formula that works for them? That
we believe that they fully understand. Like we've had enough lessons. It's just the execution on a 2 nights in a row, 2 weekends in a row, and that's what we're building to. We're trying to stay off the roller coaster, and then we won 3 out of 4. Maybe we are. The truth is, with a young team, we have to steady the ship and get ready for our next opponent, and that's. And we're trying to do that. Our guys have a full understanding of what we look like when we're at our best, with our forecheck but there's no question that when that hasn't happened, certain things, penalty kill has snuck in there or lost face-offs, and we're working on all those things, and we've seen it for a whole weekend, and then we see it come apart, and we'll see it again, and just like last weekend, and we scored power play goals on Saturday, and outside, the deflecting one in our own net, like we were real strong Saturday night. 2, we deflected 2 in our own net. So it was a bounce back for us, but now we're looking at it right now, 5 games to go to the break, and we have been more consistent with our starts. That's one thing we have been. We really think, 4 straight games, we've got good starts to our, and we've won 3 of those games. So we think that's a key for us is have a good start to, Friday night, first period, have a good start again, put us in a good spot.
What's a good start look like for this team?
Get pucks deep, get our forecheck going, we get some shots on goal, and we are transitioning the puck better than we were earlier. And that was really hurting us early in the season. We're getting much better, and we're getting bodies back. I mean, if there's any concept, anything that we're excited about now is getting bodies back and keep them for a sustained period of time, start getting some continuity in. And that's what we hope we can build on right now.
You said Tanner was maybe 70% this last weekend. Is he creeping back into the 90s?
Yeah, it's gonna, like, when he was, sometimes when you're injured, like, if I break my thumb, I can still skate and stay in shape. But sometimes when you can't, like, he was not allowed to skate for over 2 weeks, and or if you hurt a leg and you can't keep your conditioning up. And that's what he's doing right now. He's trying to get back in where he was at. He was just starting to get his game when he went down. So that's, but Cal was down. Excuse me. You saw his impact last week. We all saw Teddy Townsend's speed now back in the lineup for 4 games, and finally, he gets rewarded. We hope that's all a positive sign for us right now, that we're getting bodies back.
With Luka being a transfer goalie, I'm curious to know how you kind of adjust him to the Gopher way and to how you guys work.
The one thing with our sport, these guys have all played junior hockey and switched teams, and it's part of it. The one thing with goaltending, and I was a parent of a goalie too. The 4x6 never changes. No matter whether you're a mite or an NHL, the 4x6 is the same. He's getting used to playing more, and that's one reason that they had an All-American goalie at Michigan State, so he's getting. And we have seen the real highs out of him, and that's what our two goalies are doing right now. Is we have seen the strength out of both of them, and we're kind of waiting to see which one can take it over. But the two older guys know it. They're two old guys that are battling. It's there. It's there for the taking.
Well, I wanted to ask about Brody Lamb, just in the season he's having, but as a senior, he's been on good teams here. Does he shoulder some of the frustration sometimes?
The one thing I'm gonna our players haven't had a lot of we don't like the losses we've had, but they have not shown frustration to us. I'm sure that you know that it's a negative, right? But their work ethic and how they are going about it. The biggest thing for Brody is the best thing he can do is not have any weight of that on his shoulders, and just be a great hockey player that he is. And this was a great weekend for him too, and keep building on it. He's a terrific young man. He cares deeply about this program, and he just needs to play his best and don't wear any of the weight. And that's, I've said it. We're not coaching our record. We're coaching our team, and we're trying to get better. And the way you do it is we're staying positive. I really believe that. And the big thing we're waiting on right now is, confidence, because it does start to wear where you have an off night and then you got to battle back the next night. They know they can do that. We need to be more consistent on a regular basis, but let's think November maybe we are, and not have the one. And we played pretty well on Friday for half the game. So that's all we can do is build on that, and this thing will keep coming together. Pretty good players over there still,
How's LJ Mooney handled the transition? You've seen him out there. He's starting to feel himself. We see him talk to the opponents, talk to the other team's bench. He's not
fearless.
shy.
He's absolutely fearless and highly competitive. I think his transition has been, been excellent to college hockey. And the great thing is with LJ is he's just scratching the surface where he's going to take this thing. And as he continues to get older and more mature and stronger, and he's got the confidence. So, we're used to seeing players like that around here, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Speaking of dynamic talents, Gavin McKenna comes with all the headlines and everything. You've coached against dynamic players before. Do you look at where he's at, how they use him? Do you scheme for players like that, or go against top lines like that?
You sure have to be aware. Like he, when the puck comes off a stick, he's got great vision. He knows where it's going. He makes terrific decisions with the puck. And but they've got a whole handful of guys on their team that you've got to keep an eye on.
You gave the guys a day off this week. What goes into a decision like that, and what do you look for in response?
One, we've been going straight through. We've had no buys, and we're going for our sixth straight at home. 5 and 6 here, and it was you learn a day off. Just not putting your equipment on one day, and the goalie's got a little work yesterday. Just shorten the week, freshen it up, and get back to work on Wednesday, and you do that periodically once in a while in the first half, especially if you have a bye, and you see a lot more of it in the second half all around the country. All right, thanks.
How's practice been going into this week?
It's been great. We didn't skate yesterday, just rest day, and had a good workout, so it's been good. Weeks flying by, and super excited for the weekend.
Did you do anything special with the extra rest, or?
No. I mean, we got home a little earlier, so I just hung with the guys and just watched hockey pretty much. So yeah.
Bob was just talking about this team this close to being consistent, just searching for consistency. The details, they all matter. Do you feel you guys are kind of this close to really kind of turning a page? And
yeah, no, for sure. I think early on we've struggle a little bit, but I think that's, ultimately going to help us. Just, we've cleaned it up, and, everything we've been cleaning up is only going to help us. So I think that each weekend we've shown that we can be even better every weekend. So it's exciting with this group.
What's on the line this weekend? Just Penn State's obviously up there this year. They have a lot of the spotlight. Just what's kind of up for grabs?
Yeah, I mean, obviously a great team. A lot of really good hockey players on their team, so it's a big one for us. But I think as a group, we just got to go into it like any other weekend and just do our parts and get 2 wins.
What are the things you focus on to be more consistent out there?
Yeah. I think, playing down low, just getting to the net. Like Saturday, we had a big emphasis on it, and just stuff like that, winning battles, and, just helping the team in any way.
Did you look back at the disallowed goal with your feet?
Yeah. Well, it was actually, I think, I didn't even touch it on the first one when they waved off. I think Groove shot it in, and then, I think I kind of got pushed in a little bit, but I was kind of in the blue a little bit too, so kind of got either way. So, but I actually think it's kind of funny because the second one, it's like maybe they allowed the first one, maybe the second one because my stick was in, so I mean, it worked out, but it's kind of funny looking at that.
Did you get a lot of feedback from friends watching the game about it?
Yeah, I had a few buddies at the game, so they're laughing about it. But it's always fun, playing here. Just, so many people from Minnesota, so it's always fun to have family and friends in the crowd.
What do you know about Penn State?
Yeah, obviously a fast team. They play, like I said, really good hockey players on their team. So, just got to be ready for plays, that they'd make that maybe other teams wouldn't, just because the high-end talent they have on their team. So stuff like that, really good power plays. So, I got to be detailed in the PK, and it's gonna be a good one.
You expect a lot of physicality with them, tight space.
Yeah, I think our league's just so tough like that. Where they're obviously great players, and any game like you going into a battle, you're playing a really good hockey player against you're going into a battle one. So it's fun. That's what makes hockey so fun though. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Are you guys talking about NIL at all in the locker room?
No.
Kind of a high-profile weekend for that talk and discussion.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, not really. Not talking about that. Just like it's, it's cool. You get to see those high-end players come in. So I think just more on that and being aware of those players for sure. So yeah.
Motzko talked a little bit about the battle for goalies. I'm curious as a player, how you've seen that play out and what you've seen in results for both Motzko and Harry.
Yeah, for sure. I think last year too, Ayers and Sewell's kind of split, and kind of seen that early on with Luka and Ayers. So it's been, it's nice to have two really good goalies. So I think every night as a player, like, you trust them and have them back there. The backbone is huge. So I think that it's a strength of our team to have two really good goalies like that, where, whoever's in that, we trust them and they're going to be great.
If you had to identify a strength for both goalies, what would you kind of say about him?
Yeah, well, Luka, he's I've never seen a goalie poke check that much. And, like, his play is unreal. I mean, the game where he got the shot over Notre Dame, he had that assist. So it's insane. And then, obviously, Ayers is just so smart, so calm in that, and he makes every save like crazy. So it's fun to watch those guys.
All right,
Perfect. Thank you, guys.
How's practice going this week, and what'd you do with your off day?
It was good. Came here, worked out, got a bunch of school worked out my off day. So yeah, stayed busy.
How's school going this semester?
It's good.
What are you studying?
Business marketing education major.
A lot of in-person classes with that?
I got some online ones this semester. Yep.
Right. How's that November wall feeling?
We're getting over it, so all right.
Cal is upperclassmen, seniors. I asked Bob Motzko about Brody just as a senior and shouldering some of the frustration at times this season. How do you feel? He said Bob said that he doesn't sense Brody has had to shoulder any frustration. He's been playing better, not worrying about maybe end results. Do you feel the same way? I mean, how do you upperclassmen, how have you been balancing this season, just some of the end results?
Yeah, I think that, we've kind of been through it a little bit, and we know that it's a process at the end of the day. We just want to come to the rink every day and feel like we got better each and every day, little by little, and we think that that'll add up to a good end result for us towards the end of the year.
I'd say he's looking for more consistency across the team. What does that look like to you in your game?
For me personally?
Yeah.
Being hard to play against, shutting plays down defensively, great first pass out of the zone, making the right play with the puck, always getting it deep. blocking shots. Simple game for me.
You feel like those things are getting more even as the season goes on, and you had that injury in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that I'm just trying to get better at those things every day. Watch film, pick up little things on maybe some plays that I can do better each and every night, and kind of just go from there.
What do you think the biggest improvement you've seen in the younger guys is?
I think they're just getting more comfortable playing at this level. They have immense skill, all of them do. So I think just kind of letting that come out when it can, and then picking their spots as well. For sure.
Does it feel like the young guys maybe have a little more time than they think they have out there at moments during the game, or?
Maybe, but I think you could say that about all of us. We're all making a ton of mistakes out there at times, and it's a full team thing when we're on or off. So I think we all just got to be a little better at times, and sometimes we're all really good as a team together. So
Penalty kills had a couple ups and downs this year. What do you think is going to be consistency for that unit?
I think just intensity. It's just hard. You're down a guy. You got to step in the way of the puck at times, and sometimes you need to get it clear and just be hard on the pill. I think penalty kill just comes down to intensity at the end of the day.
What are you looking forward to this weekend with Penn State coming to town?
They're always a fun team to play. They got a lot of skill. They want to use it. I think that we need to stick to our system and stick to our game plan, and we should be able to have a lot of fun this weekend.
Does it feel different this year, playing Penn State now than in previous years, just kind of with the hype around that team?
I think since I've been here, they've always had pretty good teams. I know they have a lot of hype. A bunch of teams in our conference have a bunch of hype this year. So, not a whole lot different. But, yeah, there's been a lot of good players in our conference before, for sure. Mm-hmm.
There's been a lot of NIL ref share talk with Penn State. Is that something you guys ever talk about in the room, like what's going on in college athletics these days with private equity getting involved and all the money that's out there?
No, not a lot of conversations going on with me about it. No, so kind of stay away.
Cool.
All right, yeah. Thanks, guys.